Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Sean, aka Sean Knight 3000. It is currently 1:06 a.m. So officially, I have been here, well, only a few hours now. But once again, doing my rounds, making sure that the place is safe and locked down tight. So far, no one is screaming. No alarms are going off. I think the valets are working a different party tonight at a different location, so they're not tearing ass through here. It's a chilly night. So much for early spring. Whew. We could dream. For a few days, we could dream. Anyway, I got a question. Are interracial relationships harder than conventional relationships? My answer to that question is no. Because once you get past everything else, get past the job, the money, the car, the clothes, the crib, all of the societal bullshit that goes with any interracial relationship. As a country, we like to think that we've come so far. As a people, we like to think that things have changed for the better. But overall, if you're in an interracial relationship, damn, I guess my mouth is kind of cold. But if you're in an interracial relationship, no matter how good things are, no matter how much your family and friends accept your relationship, there's always going to be people that are going to stand against you. And they're going to do it entirely for their own reasons. They just don't believe in mixing of the races. They just don't believe that you should be with this guy or this guy should be with you. I expected better of my daughter. I expected better of my son. I expected better of you, blah, blah, blah. It's a million fucking reasons that they give. A lot of times, and I hate to say this because I'm going to blow a whole bunch of guys' secret, a lot of times, guys will see women of their own race, in my case black, with a white guy, and you don't have anybody at that moment, you get pissy about that. And I'm sure women are the same way. If you're dating and you're happy and everything is going great in your own life, you tend to care a whole hell of a lot less about who your friends are dating. But if you're alone, and if you're a black woman or you're a black man and you're alone, and you see an eligible, good-looking person of your own race dating outside their race, that bothers you. Because you're thinking to yourself, why that person, why her, why him, and not me? It's got nothing to do with the fact that he may be your race and she's a different race. It's got to do with the fact that your ass is alone. And it just makes it like, well, damn, why this motherfucker ain't not me? Oh, you a race traitor. No, you think that shit because your ass is alone. If you asked you somebody and you were happy, you tend to give a fuck less about who's dating who. Because you getting yours. You happy, you healthy, and you satisfied. As they say, you fat and happy. But do interracial relationships have it harder than conventional relationships? Only where society is concerned, where you can go and things of that nature. And by that I mean, if you're a black guy like myself and you're dating a white girl, or you're dating an Asian girl, a Hispanic girl, a Native American girl, Indian girl, Arabic girl, whatever, there are certain places where you wouldn't feel comfortable taking her. Because for one, you know that there's going to be some shit that jumps off because she's a different race than you, or you're a different race than her. That's just a given. There are some places where you wouldn't feel comfortable taking your girl. Because you don't want to walk into a situation where you're going to be harassed, where you may get jumped, and beat down because you're dating this girl. You don't want to take her someplace where she's going to feel uncomfortable and threatened either. And let's be real, brothers, if you've been with your girl on public transportation, especially here in the city beautiful, the city of Chicago, you know for a fact, once you pass, I'm going to say Chinatown or 35th, and you're on the red line, and the dichotomy of the train changes. You go from a mixed crowd where it's white and black to all black. You are going to get some really, really nasty looks on that train, because you're sitting there with a white girl or Asian girl or Hispanic girl or whatever. There might be a situation where you have to fight. Why? Because somebody wants to be an ass. Just because. And there are other parts of the city beautiful, unfortunately, where if you take your girl, you're going to get the exact opposite. You're going to get white guys fucking with you. Not because you with her, but because they're not with her. Sometimes they just want to fuck with you for no other reason than to try and prove that, you know what, we can hang with this nigga, we can hang with you, you ain't all that. So now you got to fight on both sides of town. That's unfortunate, but that's the way shit is sometimes if you're in an interracial relationship. Beyond that, just the ins and outs of being in an everyday relationship with somebody, you're dealing with the same bullshit you are if you were a black guy dealing with a black woman. You argue about the same shit. Every day. All day. You argue and you fight about the same shit. You deal with the same ups and the same downs as you would in a conventional relationship. There's no difference. People are people. You know, people who have, you know, tremendous amounts of money argue about shit that people who are broke don't argue about. I grant you that, but for the most part, couples argue about the same dumb shit. It doesn't change because you're black, she's white, or whatever. People are people. And couples are going to be couples, and couples are going to argue about the dumb shit that all couples have argued about since the dawn of civilization. While you laying your lazy ass up on the couch all day, watching games, watching TV, playing video games, why didn't you cook? Or why didn't you clean? As a guy, I've heard that. And I've also asked my girlfriends on occasion, because I've had a couple that were just outrageously lazy. I'm not going to name no names, but if they watch this video, they know who they are. Would come in, get undressed, right there in the living room, bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, wherever the hell it is she happened to be standing when she decides she's going to get undressed. And if you didn't come along and pick up the clothes, they would lay there, right there in that spot, until you could literally walk from the front door to the back door without your feet ever touching the ground, and no, or touching the floor, and no, there was no carpeting underneath you. There would be clothes from one end of the house to the other, all over the place. Yes. And you argue about that shit because you don't understand the rationale behind it. How difficult is it to pick up your damn clothes? How hard is it to pick up your wet ass towels after you get out of the shower? You got a towel around your body, you got one around your hair, and when you get through, you just whoop, leave the towel right there, wherever the hell it is you're standing or sitting when you feel you're dry. Dirty clothes hamper is less than 100 feet away. See, those are the things you argue about when you're a couple. And that's universal. That has no bearing on race, religion, anything. It's just what couples argue about. You know, so being in an interracial relationship is hard in regard to how society is going to fuck with you. Some people are blatant in their racism. Others are more subtle, sneaky. But you're still going to have to deal with that. But beyond that, being a couple is just being a couple. Dealing with each other, You're just dealing with the regular boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife bullshit. Now, some people can come on and contradict that. Hey, I look forward to hearing from you. Others probably agree with me. There's no difference. None whatsoever. But, hey, if you got a story to tell, drop me a line and let me know. If not, hey, appreciate you staying and watching the video. Like I said before, and I'll say again, stay warm, stay dry, stay safe. This is your boy Sean, and I'm done. Peace.